What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this morning. This is October 21st, 2017, right here on the #1 professional wrestling podcast, right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is Off the Script, and if you guys fell asleep on Friday afternoon, or if you were living in a cave somewhere, you woke up to the news of a drastically different tables, ladders, and chairs card on Sunday night. WWE hired a new creative writer for Monday Night Raw. His name is Viral Meningitis. Viral Meningitis went to Vince McMahon and said, "Vince, this show sucks. I am going to personally change the entire card." So what did he do? Roman Reigns got sick, Bray Wyatt got sick, and now Kurt Angle's coming back, and we got AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. You're probably wondering what the fuck is going on in WWE right now. I am so overwhelmed with news, man. I'm excited but overwhelmed at the same time. This is unbelievable. We just did a preview and predictions video on yesterday's Off the Script for part 1 of episode 193 this weekend. And now I gotta give you a whole different preview and predictions. So, viral meningitis is causing TLC a whole lot of headache, but we are getting a drastically better card than what we got originally for the show Sunday. So it's going to be very exciting, but obviously you guys know what I have to do. I have to bitch and moan and complain and just drop a little truth on you, because you might not be thinking about it amongst all the excitement right now going on in the IWC. Everybody's excited about AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Yeah, I am too, but I got to drop some reality on you. I got to drop some truth on you. Yeah, people are excited about Kurt Angle coming back, but yeah, I got to drop some truth and some reality on you. That's what I'm here for. So we're going to talk about literally everything TLC today. Everything TLC. You might even be getting 4 parts of Off the Script this weekend because of this viral meningitis nonsense that's going on in WWE right now. We're going to talk about everything that changed with the card. I got news on Nia Jax. Finally, some updated information. I did not report anything on Nia Jax because I didn't believe the shit that was being reported about Nia Jax. Her walking out due to money, her walking out due to creative, even though that is probably one of the main reasons why people walk out. But Nia Jax, I got solid, up-to-the-date information on Nia Jax. I got some quotes from Alexa Bliss, and then I got an official report from Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer, man. So we're going to go over all of that today on Off the Script. So make sure you guys are strapped in tight, have a cold beverage ready at hand, and we're going to get right into the news, man. Thank you guys so much for yesterday's video. Over 1,000 likes within the first 8 hours of yesterday's Off the Script, episode 193, part number 1, rather. This is part number 2. We talk about TLC, preview and predictions. We go over the entire card, a nice little rant on what TLC really is, or what it really was, I should say, before this news broke on Friday afternoon. A nice little Shield rant in there as well, but we won't be seeing the Shield, or at least the full formation of the Shield on Sunday night. But if you guys missed that video, go and check it out. It is live on the channel right now. Plus, we do a That Wrestling Club unboxing where Bray Wyatt shows you Bray Wyatt's autograph. If you guys want to go check that out, if you're confused about what I just said there, just go watch the video, man. It's pretty funny. But make sure you guys go and do that. It's all on the channel right now. Also, Twitter. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure you guys are notified with that bell. Turn on that bell for all notifications to your device of choice. We're going to get into this shit, man. Kurt Angle, the big story on Friday. Kurt Angle to return to the ring as Roman Reigns' replacement at WWE TLC. AJ Styles, flown in from South America, who he himself was battling a stomach virus, though he says he is good to go. AJ Styles will be going one-on-one in a dream match that many people have waited for in a WWE ring. AJ Styles will go one-on-one with Finn Balor. Will he be the demon? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but regardless of the demon or if it's just human being Finn Balor, it doesn't really matter. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor is just going to be too sweet at TLC. I got news on everything. Kurt Angle will return to action this Sunday night at the TLC pay-per-view. People were actually tweeting me, man. My phone was blowing up with people who I personally know in real life off of YouTube asking me, dude, is this fake news? No, it's real. It's real. I didn't even think it was real when people were tweeting me, man. My Twitter exploded. Within 10 minutes, I had like 300 notifications from everybody about this news. Did you see this? Did you see this? Is it real? Doing off the script extra. People were going crazy yesterday. Yes, this is true. Angle will replace Roman Reigns in the main event and will team alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose against The Miz, The Bar, Braun Strowman, and Kane. This will be Angle's first match in a WWE ring in over 11 years. AJ Styles will replace Bray Wyatt and face Finn Balor on Sunday night in a dream match that many people have wanted to see in a WWE ring. WWE made these changes because of medical issues. They did not give out the details on these medical issues, but the belief is that Bray Wyatt is sick with viral meningitis. As I reported on Off the Script Part 1 yesterday, there were rumors going around reported by Ryan Satin that this thing is real and that there could possibly be changes to TLC. Changes have occurred and changes are coming in a big way due to this viral meningitis, which is hitting the Monday Night Raw roster very hard right now. This is also the reason why Bo Dallas and JoJo are off the road. Dallas was confirmed ill. We weren't sure about Bray Wyatt. JoJo's mother came on Twitter and said JoJo is not ill, though everybody is saying that JoJo is indeed ill. Bray is dating JoJo, so she probably got it from him. Bray probably got it from his brother Bo, so it's affecting everybody in that circle. The TLC pay-per-view will be on the WWE Network this Sunday, 8 p.m. You guys know where to find the review. Your official review will happen right here on this channel after the show goes off the air, so make sure you guys bookmark that and remember to show up here for the official TLC 2017 review. There has been a lot of breaking news in the last couple of days. Also, with this whole viral meningitis scare, we got the Nia Jax story. Kevin Owens has been flown home. He flew home due to a personal issue. Smackdown was touring South America. Kevin Owens flew home for the weekend to attend to a personal issue. We don't know what that personal issue is. It's none of our business. I'm just hoping that Owens and his family are okay. Owens is expected back on Tuesday night SmackDown Live, to continue the storyline right now with Shane McMahon and Sami Zayn. So do not worry about that. We do not know why Kevin Owens flew home. All we know is that it's being reported as a personal issue. WWE has announced that Kevin Owens will not be appearing on the rest of the live events in Argentina and Chile this weekend due to personal reasons. Owens wrestled at the live event in Buenos Aires on Thursday night, but he was already flown home. It's not clear what exactly is going on with him, but like I said, I and everybody here wish him the best. He will be on SmackDown Live Tuesday when Shane McMahon returns. AJ Styles himself had to pull out of Thursday's live event due to a stomach bug. He is good to go. He told officials that he's good to go for TLC, which I will talk about in a second. This, I know, is leading to a lot more speculation on Nia Jax. Everybody's reporting mass exodus in WWE. It all started with Neville. Even before that, people were asking Cody Rhodes how to strategize their exit plan out of WWE. Then Neville walked out. Then we see Nia Jax walking out. I got news on Nia Jax as well. People were talking about Tom Phillips and why he wasn't on SmackDown Live. I got news on that as well. Bray Wyatt was in the news for not being with the company. Bo Dallas, JoJo. Everybody had blown everything out of proportion, but we now know that Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas, JoJo, and Roman Reigns are ill. Kevin Owens has flown home due to personal issues. Nia Jax will be returning to the WWE. The only one that we don't really know of right now is Neville. We don't know if he's coming back at all to the WWE. We don't know how he's feeling. We don't know what his status is. We don't know how long his contract length is. We don't know what Vince McMahon is thinking about this entire thing. If WWE is going to cut him loose or they're going to let him sit out the rest of his days and fulfill his contract, we don't know. But WWE did issue a statement on Kevin Owens, and I quote, this is from WWE.com. Kevin Owens left Buenos Aires today and will not appear at the remaining live events in Argentina and Chile this weekend. Though Owens did perform at Luna Park for Thursday's live event in Buenos Aires, he has left before the remaining live event dates scheduled in Argentina for this weekend and in Santiago, Chile this Friday and Saturday due to personal reasons. So that is that. Roman Reigns and the Shield reunion will not be happening. This is pretty much solid confirmation that it's happening moving on into Survivor Series. We all were expecting the Shield to be reformed and battle these 5 men at TLC. It will have to wait till Survivor Series. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt off of TLC. Angle, as we know, will replace Roman Reigns, and although it breaks up the Shield reunion that was planned, it will be exciting to see Kurt Angle back in a ring after an 11-year absence. So WWE announced this on their official website on Friday afternoon. We are also going to get, like I said, a dream match with AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Now, Ryan Satin and Pro Wrestling Sheet are reporting that their sources told them that creative knew about the possibility of needing to replace Reigns and Wyatt earlier in the week. In the end, it came down to many replacement options, but Kurt Angle turned out to be the best one. On the same token, AJ Styles was seen as the best replacement for Bray Wyatt, so he could jump over and take on Finn Balor. After all, fans have been wanting to watch Styles and Balor pretty much go at it since AJ Styles debuted on the WWE roster in 2016. WWE issued the following statement on their website, and I quote, "We have confirmed that 3 of our performers have been diagnosed with a viral infection. As a precautionary measure, we are ensuring in-ring performers and staff are tested and immunized in accordance with recommended medical guidelines." Now, as most of you know by now, Angle will step in as Roman Reigns' replacement on Sunday's TLC pay-per-view. Styles will replace Bray Wyatt and will battle Finn Balor. Obviously, WWE had to scramble last minute to save this show. The other wrestler that is ill has been confirmed as Bo Dallas. This Kurt Angle situation upsets me, yet excites me at the same time, man. I'm in between here. I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. I don't want to come off like I'm a fucking conceited prick. I don't want to come off as being one of those guys who just is not happy with anything. But I have to shed some light on everything with you guys, okay? The one thing that bothers me out of all this is the AJ Styles Finn Balor situation, okay? Is WWE... Now, are they going to make light that everybody is ill? Are they going to bring this to everybody's attention? Or are they going to try and cover it up with some bullshit reason? Why is AJ Styles competing on a Raw-branded pay-per-view? Are we going to get an explanation why he's there? Why he's battling Finn Balor? Instead of coding it with bullshit, I hope WWE comes out and says the truth so that we don't have to scramble for a reason why this is happening and a reason why that is happening. I want them to tell the truth on this. There's no reason to cover it up with bullshit. That's number one. Okay? The one thing that really pisses me off, yet I'm happy at the same time, but the one thing that irks me, and people came to me and asked me, were you this upset with The Undertaker when he came out on SmackDown Live and pledged allegiance to SmackDown Live and then showed up on Monday Night Raw and ultimately threatened Stephanie McMahon before WrestleMania? Yes, I did. I was very upset with that because The Undertaker really doesn't need to float back and forth between brands. He already pledged his allegiance to SmackDown Live, so there's no reason for him to show up on Monday Night Raw. I was the same way with John Cena. John Cena gave a very half-assed explanation as to why he's a free agent. Then after the fact, that was on live television, by the way, clowns. Then after the fact, he goes on some podcast or gives a interview with SI, Sports Illustrated, and gives you a legit reason why he's a free agent. He stated to everybody on television, he's John Cena, he could do whatever he wants. And he sugarcoated it. But then with Sports Illustrated, he comes out and says, listen, I'm 40 years old, I don't have much time left. WWE wants to get as much out of me as they can. I want to give the fans as much as I can, and I want to make these dream matches with these guys on the other brand happen. If you said that on live television, then I would have been more open to him being a free agent. But we didn't get that explanation on television. We didn't get it like that anyway. But yes, I did complain about those two instances. I didn't complain about Corey Graves showing up on Raw, and then when JBL stepped down, showed up on SmackDown. I didn't complain about that stuff. An announcer is an announcer. You know, if you got a good voice, you might as well lend that voice not only to one brand, but the other brand as well. Corey Graves is actually helping the SmackDown commentary team, so I'm not going to complain about that. But WWE, they made light of the Jason Jordan switch. They made light of the Bobby Roode introduction on SmackDown Live, saying that they had some extra money tied up, and they signed a lucrative deal with Bobby Roode, and they gave him all this types of money. WWE made light about Shelton Benjamin coming over to SmackDown. In fact, Benjamin, according to WWE Storyline, directly had an effect on Jason Jordan going to Monday Night Raw. Jason Jordan went to Raw, and Angle gave SmackDown Benjamin in replace of Jason Jordan. They hired one of Kurt Angle's best friends, or good friends, and that was Shelton Benjamin. So that was that. So they did make light of that, but normally WWE doesn't do that. We need to start seeing more of that. So yes, I was upset with that. The reason why I'm upset with that is because AJ Styles is a SmackDown superstar. We're getting a dream match. Yes, I'm not going to complain about that. And according to Dave Meltzer, they're getting a significant amount of time. I will tell you about what Dave Meltzer is saying about how much time they're going to get at TLC, which they deserve all the time in the world. That match is going to steal the show. That match itself is going to make this entire pay-per-view. But the brand split, to me, is very important. Now, it might not be important to you, but once you start dipping into this well of pulling a SmackDown guy and putting him on Raw, and dipping into the well and putting a Raw guy on SmackDown, you're pretty much defeating the purpose of a brand split. The brand split is supposed to remain true. That is what Vince McMahon stated when the draft happened. I want to see it go full force. I want to see brands separated. I want to see Raw as its own entity. I want to see SmackDown as its own entity. The rosters are big enough for both brands where that is a possibility. You already have your own championships. You got your own branded pay-per-views. You got all this stuff to differentiate the two brands in their own separate ways. But WWE is ignoring that fact by putting AJ Styles in a match with Finn Balor. Yes, it's a dream match, but it's taking away from the brand split. The brand split is not remaining true to what the brand split set out to be. That's my issue. Trades need to happen. Explanations need to be there. This is why I stated that when they come on the pre-show and when they go live on Sunday for TLC, don't sugarcoat this shit with bullshit. Let us know that everybody is sick and you had to scramble for last-minute replacements to make this show happen. AJ Styles stepped up and said, I will challenge Finn Balor and give the fans a dream match. That's all I have to hear. And then after this, he's going right back to SmackDown Live, and hopefully he's going to win the WWE Championship away from Jinder Mahal. Same thing with Roman Reigns. Don't sugarcoat, Roman Reigns is, he injured himself, or Roman Reigns is this, or Roman Reigns is that. Roman Reigns is ill. That's what I want to hear. The Shield reunion is put on the back burner. We will see the Shield at the Survivor Series. That's all you need to say. I would be much happier with honesty here instead of sugarcoating it with nonsense. But the brand split, to me, WWE is, prone to doing this every now and then with no explanation. Keep it true. Please keep it true. Now, I ranted on Twitter when this news broke. I'm not going to really rant here because I'm excited about the match. I'm fucking thrilled about the match. AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Who wouldn't be? People are already talking about, Gallows and Anderson getting involved, and maybe this leads to, the Balor Club forming. Maybe AJ Styles moves permanently over to Monday Night Raw. None of that. None of that. Okay? Survivor Series is not going to be affected here with the club reforming. It's too soon. It's thrown together out of nowhere. There's no logical explanation for all this. No, you're not going to do that. WWE had an opportunity to do that, and that boat has fucking sailed off into the very far distance. It's not going to happen. This is merely AJ Styles stepping up as a company guy and doing what needs to be done. And he wants to entertain the fans. I want that explanation. But don't throw away the brand split and pretend this is not an issue when it really is. The brand split needs to be a thing. Do not go away from the brand split, because WWE, this might be something minor, but who's to say they're gonna not do this again in the future, And then they're gonna continue to tarnish the brand split time and time again. If I was booking this, I wouldn't even have done this match. I would have saved this for WrestleMania. I would have saved this for when Balor went over to Smackdown via a shakeup or a trade. That's when I would have saved this. This is a WrestleMania match taking place at the last minute on a TLC show because they have no other talent to sell this show. They have no other talent on Raw to sell this show. It's a last-ditch effort on WWE's part. So we're getting a dream match out of it, yes, but it also takes away that dream match that we waited for under more important circumstances. That's all I'm saying. If I was booking this match, I would have picked somebody. I would have left it as a mystery opponent. In fact, I would have made it an NXT guy. I would have had Aleister Black come to TLC, and I would have had Aleister Black challenge Finn Balor. Do you know the type of match that those guys would have had? Then people want to criticize me. Oh, how could you even think about booking a match like that? First of all, I never said that Aleister Black had to lose. People were like, oh, you can't book that. You can't book Aleister Black to lose his debut match. Who's to say he's not going to win? Balor ain't doing anything important right now. Balor's not going to get a title shot till the Royal Rumble. There's more than enough time for Balor to be built up to challenge Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship. A loss to Aleister Black would do nothing. It wouldn't affect Finn Balor. I would much rather see Aleister Black go over. So why not book that match? Why not give the rub and keep the brand split true by booking an Aleister Black versus a Finn Balor in a showcase match? Showcase what NXT is working with. Showcase the talent that you are expected to see in the coming months. Instead of giving us a WrestleMania match from a guy who's on Smackdown and now who's competing on a Raw show. That's all I'm saying. What about a Drew McIntyre? You don't think people would want to see Drew McIntyre, the NXT champion? Why don't you showcase what NXT's got? Who their world champion is? Drew McIntyre making his return to the main roster. After all these years, going one-on-one with Finn Balor. Why not that? Who's to say Drew McIntyre doesn't get the win? Of course he would get the win. That's what I'm saying. I would have made this a showcase match for NXT instead of giving away the farm with one of WWE's true dream matches that we haven't seen. This is what pissed me off with the Orton and the Nakamura, and the Cena and the Nakamura, and the Cena and the Strowman, and the Reigns and the Cena, and the Joe and the Lesnar and the Strowman. WWE's giving away all these matches just because. They don't have anything of importance left. Viral meningitis. WWE being impatient. On a good week. They just want to give you a top tier match because that's what they want to do. Nothing is special anymore. This is my issue. Nothing is special in WWE anymore, and WWE doesn't treat it as special. This is a last minute replacement for Bray Wyatt. In fact, this is a saving grace for Bray Wyatt. I expected Bray Wyatt to be embarrassed at TLC. This is the most positive outcome that could have ever happened to Bray Wyatt. Seriously. Now, I hope WWE realizes this, that this feud was going nowhere. After this viral meningitis outbreak, Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, done. I don't want to see it again. I don't give a shit. We'll probably get it on Monday Night Raw. We'll probably get Sister Abigail to come out on Monday Night Raw when Bray Wyatt is 100% healthy, and we'll get the match on Monday Night Raw. This ain't going past Monday Night Raw and on into Survivor Series. It's got to end. But WWE and this viral meningitis scare, this might have been the best case scenario for Bray Wyatt, and you could probably say Finn Balor, because of this circumstance, of this situation, We're not getting Sister Abigail. We're not getting Bray Wyatt and drag. We're not getting a situation where Bray Wyatt ultimately would have been embarrassed and a laughingstock to the fans. Now we're getting a dream match out of all of it. But you got to understand where I'm coming from, too, and what my issue is with all of this, even though we are going to probably get the match of the night and a match of the year contender here. Don't tell me that Minneapolis is not going to be volcanic hot for that match. That's ridiculous. People bought tickets to this show to see The Shield. Now you're getting Kurt Angle and you're getting a dream match with AJ Styles and Finn Balor. I mean, whoever paid money to go sit front row, whoever paid money to go to see TLC, now you're getting something well worth what you paid for. Because Angle, greater than Shield, AJ Styles, greater than Bray Wyatt. So, I don't think any of those people are going to be complaining whatsoever. But I want to make sure you guys are aware where I'm coming from. Things need to be intact with the brand split. Do not diminish, devalue what the brand split is. The brand split needs to be in place. There's too much talent right now. There's too much talent with the brand split not being used. You cannot go back to having one roster. You can't. You can't do it. That would drastically change everything for the worse. The brand split needs to happen. The rosters the way they are need the brand split. Do not devalue that, and don't not give us an explanation as to why this is happening. Tell me the truth, and then things will be okay. Shit happens. I understand shit happens. You need to run a business. You need to have a show that goes on the air Sunday night at 8 p.m. I understand that. But don't bullshit the fans. Be honest. Now, the Kurt Angle situation. You know, I don't know who else would have been a perfect fit for the Shield. People were telling me, oh, why not Jason Jordan? Or why not Matt Hardy in that situation? Matt Hardy, the current version of Matt Hardy, is not going to sell a pay-per-view when you were already given and promised the Shield. No, it's not going to happen. Okay? Now, Kurt Angle, coming back after 11 years in the WWE. Am I upset about that? Yes, I am. Am I excited to see it and excited to see him back? Yes, I am. Kurt Angle's one of my most favorite of all time. He's one of the greatest in-ring performers that this business has ever seen. But Angle coming back because of this and WWE building the Shield up and the hype around the Shield, making the Shield such a big deal and their return such a big deal, you're not going to plug just anybody else in there. Kurt Angle was probably, like the report said, the best case scenario here. So with the amount of hype that you built up for the Shield, when it didn't deserve to be built up the way it did, now we have to get Kurt Angle coming back to appease the fans who are going to be upset that the Shield is not there. Because you're not going to put anybody in that situation at all. You're not going to put anybody in that situation. There's going to be resentment. There's going to be backlash. There's going to be criticism. They needed somebody that the fans truly respect and want to see. So in comes Kurt Angle. That's why they did it. They did it as a last-ditch effort to save their ass because people were promised the Shield. And there's nobody else bigger on the roster that WWE can give us besides Kurt Angle to fill Roman Reigns' shoes in that situation. You know, Kurt Angle was supposed to come back at WrestleMania. Now, Kurt Angle's cleared. I didn't know he was cleared. We were under the impression that he wasn't cleared. And that WWE wasn't going to clear him because of his neck issues and because WWE wanted to know if he was truly clean. Truly clean. Angle's been saying that he's been clean for 4 years. But WWE wanted to make sure all of that was good to go. They cleared him. Angle's cleared to go. Now, this means that Angle will probably be wrestling on a part-time basis like a Brock Lesnar at all these major pay-per-views going forward. Because if he's clear here, he's going to be coming back. So then what does that mean for his position on Monday Night Raw? This doesn't mean anything good for us, people. And I'm going to lay it on you with more reality here, more truth. You know, Angle can't be a Brock Lesnar type performer and run Monday Night Raw at the same time. Because when he's dealing with a certain situation in a one-on-one confrontation with whomever he's feuding with, there's not going to be anybody left to run Monday Night Raw. So Angle being a part-time performer coming back and now being cleared ultimately is going to lead to Stephanie McMahon coming back to Monday Night Raw to run things on Raw. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Why would you want that? Why would you embrace that? Stephanie makes this show that much worse. And Raw right now is not good at all most weeks. Now you want to add Stephanie McMahon and you want to make the show worse because of her presence? Come on, bro. This is the reality of it. This is the reality of this situation. Yes, it's exciting, but you gotta look at the negatives that this is gonna have, not only for TLC, but with this Kurt Angle situation moving forward. So obviously Daniel Bryan had an issue with Kurt Angle coming back. He reacted to it just like everybody else. The wrestling world is going crazy now that Kurt Angle's coming back to the ring as Roman Reigns' replacement in the Shield at TLC. Some have speculated he will return for a match at WrestleMania against someone like Triple H, maybe against Jason Jordan. Creative ideas going around with Jason Jordan versus Kurt Angle, with Jason Jordan being the heel against his father at WrestleMania. WWE had to change things up and bring him in for Sunday because there was nobody else to fill that void for this big Shield reunion. So everybody now is anxious to see how he is going to be 11 years later in a WWE ring. Daniel Bryan is one of those people. Daniel Bryan, who has insisted that he is healthy and ready to wrestle whenever they need him to, reacted on Twitter with one word and one emoji. Interesting with the, emoji. So that's all he said. Now, if you guys have read any newsletter or followed up on anything Daniel Bryan is probably leaving the WWE next September. He's been tweeting, he's been dropping hints, he's been interacting with the Bullet Club and Cody Rhodes, and Ring of Honor's CEO has come out and said that Daniel Bryan has an open door to come back whenever he wants. Daniel Bryan will probably end up in Ring of Honor. He will probably end up wrestling somewhere else, and he's not wrestling in the WWE. Now, like I said, Angle's return is head-scratching because, A, I didn't think he was going to be cleared. B, I didn't think he was cleared, period. He does have a issue of neck issues and broken necks consecutively, and WWE wanted to make sure that he was clean because he's a recovering drug addict and an alcoholic. Bryan's issues are concussion-related, so it's very unlikely that a WWE doctor will clear him to wrestle, though he's gotten clearance from every other doctor outside of the WWE, outside of World Wrestling Entertainment. You can never say never in WWE. You can never say never in wrestling. Daniel Bryan will wrestle again for Ring of Honor. That is my prediction. Daniel Bryan will wrestle again. He's not going to be in the WWE. But we also said the same thing about Kurt Angle. We weren't sure if Kurt Angle was going to wrestle in the WWE ever again. And here he is on TLC on a random Friday. News broke. Kurt Angle is returning to the ring. 2 days advance. Something that should have been monumental and built up. They got to find a replacement for this overhyped garbage known as the Shield. And you got to find Kurt Angle because he's the only one with legit star power to fill that missing piece to the puzzle. WWE in the latter half of 2017 is all fucked up, bro. It's all fucked up. I don't know what the hell's going on in this company, but today was just one hell of a day, man. It was one of those days where anybody who's in this business, anybody who just does this for a living is just stressed the fuck out, man. You got so much shit coming at you. 1,000 miles a minute in every which direction, views and opinions here, news there, news here, over there, over here. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, Kurt Angle will be probably wrestling more events now that he's cleared. But where does that leave Monday Night Raw and his position as commissioner on Monday Night Raw? Will this lead to Stephanie McMahon coming back? God help us. God help us. The one thing that I was interested about when the news broke was, yes, I'm excited for AJ Styles and Finn Balor, but how much time is WWE going to give to these guys who everybody wanted to see in a dream match under this circumstance, right? We wanted to see these guys in the ring at the same time competing against one another. How much time is WWE going to allot to AJ Styles and Finn Balor? Are they going to let them, are they going to give them the opportunity to steal the show? Dave Meltzer says yes. He sent out a social media message, and he says that the current plans are calling for a lengthy match between AJ Styles and Finn Balor. This match needs all the time it could get, and it needs all the time to live up to the lofty expectations that everybody has going into this match now that it is official. Fans didn't get a lot of time to get excited for this match due to the viral meningitis scare and its last-minute announcement. No television time. No reason why these guys are feuding. It's just Wrestler A versus Wrestler B in a dream match. It's one of the best wrestlers in the world in AJ Styles, and you got Finn Balor, who we know what he can do in the ring. So it's literally a dream match. This is a WWE 2K18 match come true at TLC. So everybody's been waiting a long time to see this match. Former Bullet Club leaders going to hopefully have a chance to steal the show in Minneapolis, regardless of how much time they had to prepare for this match. That is literally everything on TLC. Now, we're going to move away from TLC and we're going to talk about Nia Jax. Nia Jax walked out, supposedly, and I use that term very loosely, walked out of WWE. The stories about Nia Jax's absence from recent WWE live events and Monday Night Raw have changed in recent days. Initial reports suggested that she walked out of Raw, but in fact, she was never there, and a source close to her told us that she never quit. So the New York Post was able to get an interview with Alexa Bliss. The New York Post was able to get an interview with Alexa Bliss, who happens to be one of Nia Jax's real-life best friends. Bliss told the New York Post, and I quote, "Whatever she is going through, I wouldn't necessarily call it a leave of absence. She's taking time off because our schedule is very grueling, very demanding. There are times where you are run down and your body can't do it anymore. And you get sick and you get injured from it and you get tired. Bliss feels that everyone needs to reset once in a while." She added, and I quote, "In NXT, I took a few resets and it was never public knowledge, but we all need them. We all take time once in a while. I'm happy when she comes back. I feel like everyone needs that refresher week or refresher moment." Over the last week or so, there's been tons of speculations on other wrestlers following Neville out of WWE. Neville's issues with the WWE stem from unhappiness with creative, his pay, and the grueling schedule. All of those things are reportedly what played into Jax's decision to take the time off she needs from WWE, but it looks like she will stay with the company. Bliss, when asked if she thought Jax would be back, she said, "Absolutely, no doubt in my mind. Jax and Bliss will be featured on the upcoming season of Total Divas that premieres on November 1st on IRWNetwork. For those that have asked, whatever happened this week with Jax will not be a part of Total Divas because they have already wrapped up filming and the season is complete." So the stories about Nia Jax, obviously, according to Alexa Bliss, have been overblown. Wrestling Observer newsletter and Dave Meltzer chimed in. There was a lot of false news, a lot of fake news on Nia Jax in recent days, in part because there was no information given out from WWE. So Wrestling Observer noted that from the start that Jax never quit the company, even though others insisted that she did walk out before Raw. Jax was not at the live events over the weekend, and she was not at Raw, so it would not have been possible for her to walk out. Jax will be off for a few weeks and will return for next month's European tour starting on November 1st. She basically is on a leave of absence, even though she and WWE are not using those words. Just to be clear, friends of Nia Jax that know her said that all the stories claiming she walked out of Raw, asked for leave of absence, or is unhappy with creative and pay is not true. WWE is also denying that she walked out or quit. This is why I did not report on anything Nia Jax until a credible source came out with information. The New York Post went right to the source. Alexa Bliss, being that she's Nia Jax's best friend, Dave Meltzer chimed in and gave you that last piece of information there. It wouldn't have made sense for Nia Jax to walk out over money. Really, it wouldn't make sense to walk out over money. Nia Jax really doesn't have that much pull in WWE. The only thing that I believed could possibly be a reason is A, the schedule, because she's not used to that, and B, creative. I'm not going to put it past anybody to walk out on creative, because creative is a big, big issue that people seemingly continue to sweep under the rug. We need to address this. And people in higher power and people who have an ear to WWE need to address this situation. So those are the only things that I would have thought are possible about Nia Jax walking out of WWE. As far as money and pay and all that other bullshit, rumors of a pregnancy, I didn't believe none of that. I didn't believe none of that whatsoever. People were saying that if she did walk out of WWE, WWE would probably let her go. She's not really worth it. She's not really that talented. I was hearing a lot of things. Plus, she has the political pull in WWE because she's related to The Rock. So if she walked out of WWE, she probably would have just signed with The Rock's entertainment company because she did do modeling in the past. So The Rock would have probably found her a home. I know The Rock is working with Eva Marie. Eva Marie is signed to The Rock's production company as well. So I didn't believe any of that stuff. Creative was the only thing that I was under the assumption it could be. Everything else that I heard, I really didn't, take a second glance at. But now we know. Nia Jax will be back with the WWE. Alexa Bliss says that, listen, Nia Jax is burnt out. She's burnt out. And we all need a reset every now and then. WWE granted her that. And being that she's a female, she had more pull, being that she's a female, and she was given the time off a little bit more easily as if it was someone on the male roster side. So WWE gave her the opportunity to recharge her batteries. Good on them. You don't want your talent tired. You don't want to burn your talent out. You don't want your talent coming to work sluggish and wishing that they weren't there, not giving 100%. They're going to do what they have to do. They've made the right decision to ensure that Nia Jax is 100% and in the good frame of mind to come back to work and give us, the fans, 100% of who Nia Jax is. That's all it is. So Nia Jax will be back with the WWE. And all of this other nonsense about her walking out and leaving is completely bullshit. Tom Phillips was another one who was not on TV. A lot of people not on TV. A lot of people rumored to walk out. Tom Phillips wasn't on SmackDown Live. Now, people have been asking about Tom Phillips' absence this week on SmackDown Live. On this week's show, Michael Cole actually filled in briefly for Tom Phillips and mentioned that Phillips was out on assignment. That led to speculation that Phillips may have quit or is on bad terms with the company. Neither one of those explanations I believed at all. He wouldn't have quit, and WWE wouldn't have gotten rid of Tom Phillips. Phillips and his new wife, Renee, married on Saturday, and they were given time off for their honeymoon. That's why Phillips wasn't on SmackDown Live. Phillips will be back for this Tuesday's episode of SmackDown Live. Nice of Tom Phillips' wife to put that whole airplane incident behind them and sweep that under the rug. As you guys know, Tom Phillips and his marriage was in jeopardy because he was on a plane, Instagramming a fan, telling this fan that he wanted to face fuck her, waiting 4 hours to fly to the next town that WWE was traveling to. So it's nice to know that Renee, his wife, his new wife-to-be, is seemingly shoving this to the side and not going to acknowledge that anymore. So good on Tom Phillips. That's a monkey off his back. He could get back to work. Because I know when he came back to work, you seen the fucking demeanor on Tom Phillips' face. You seen Corey Graves just laying into him a little bit. So Tom Phillips now, a married man. He's on his honeymoon. I'm sure he's sexing it up on his honeymoon. Hope he had a good time, and he'll be back on Tuesday night, hopefully with a big smile on his face, because he did get to face fuck something, which in this case is his wife. So there you go, Tom Phillips. Hope you had a good honeymoon, bro. Earlier this month, Phillips filled in for Michael Cole so that Cole could attend his son's wedding. Hopefully this update will help shut down any rumors floating around about Tom Phillips' WWE status, where people, like I said, were claiming that he quit or was on bad terms with the WWE. Wow, that's a lot of fucking news, man. How deep are we in? We're in 45 minutes here. 45 minutes of off the script. We could go for another 15, man. Another 15. I got some news stories here. We'll continue to go for another 15 minutes. Before I do that, guys, I do want to make mention. Thank you to everybody that purchased the JD Club t-shirt. I set out another campaign on teespring.com. If you guys are interested in getting this exclusive t-shirt, you guys can definitely get yours. It's available till Tuesday only. It's a 3-day campaign, and you guys can get it right now exclusively on teespring.com. I will pin a comment down in the comment section of this video on YouTube. Make sure you guys go and check it out. We already sold 11 in the day. I set the goal at 10, so we already exceeded our limit for the goal. So if you guys missed out on the first 5 days it was available, it's now available till Tuesday only. You better get this one because the next design is going to be slightly altered. So make sure you guys get the exclusive JD Club t-shirt on teespring.com. It's a great way to support the channel. It's a great way to support the show. And if you guys want to go check it out and be part of this exclusive club, you can only get it at teespring.com until Tuesday, man. Link is in the comment section down below. Speaking of t-shirts, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody over at Pro Wrestling Tees and Barbershop Window. We are an official partner with Barbershop Window, and that is the official website of the Off the Script online store for all of our merchandise, man. I want you guys to go check out Barbershop Window because not only do we have a new design up there, the new Get Off My TV version 2.5 t-shirt with Mahal, Enzo Amore, Bailey, and Titus O'Neil. You guys can go get that. But the idea is submitted for the next Get Off My TV design, which will be one man only, and that man is Jinder Mahal, man. And if you guys love Ghostbusters, you're going to love this Jinder Mahal design for the Get Off My TV next installment for the Get Off My TV design, man. So Jinder Mahal will be on the new shirt. But if you guys want to get the current shirt now, the new shirt that just came out a couple of weeks ago, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. You guys can use code JD17. I'm sorry, JD10. I believe it's JD17 at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase. This code will only be available up until Black Friday. It's going to roll through the Black Friday sale, so this code will only be available through the Black Friday deal that's coming up in November for the holiday season. So make sure you guys get your Barbershop Window code down, and make sure you guys go and get your Get Off My TV design. I love the new design. Go and get it. Great way to support the show, as always, through barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Bully Ray is retiring. Bully Ray comments on his apparent retirement from pro wrestling. Bully Ray co-hosted the Boston Open podcast with Dave LaGreca this week, and he addressed his comments from Ring of Honor Global Wars in Chicago on Friday. He says that him stepping away from in-ring competition is not just about his injury, but about the potential for serious ring rust with the nature of his injury. He says that unless he is able to perform at a certain level, he does not want to perform anymore. He says that he is under contract for Ring of Honor, and he will be at the Ring of Honor TV tapings on Friday and wants to shake every fan's hand and thank them. He also talks about how special and how much Ring of Honor means to him, and says that they have the hottest thing in pro wrestling right now, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, the Elite. So Bully Ray has retired from pro wrestling. I gotta do some more research on this. I don't know what his injury is. I don't know where his injury occurred. I will probably report about that on Off the Script at some point this weekend as a follow-up. I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware. Following Global Wars on Friday in Chicago, Bully Ray has announced his retirement from professional wrestling. So Bully Ray is no longer going to be wrestling for any company in 2017 and beyond. We're going to end with this one here, man. I don't want to give this guy any exposure because he's nothing but a clown. But Ryback, again, making controversial comments about females, this time female wrestling fans. Ryback implies that female wrestling fans have mental issues. I think the only one with mental issues here is Ryback. Now, if you're a female wrestling fan, then you might not like what Ryback has to say about you. At least if you're looking to date him, which I doubt anybody is. Now, all I want to say here, I am not siding with Ryback at all in any sense of the word, but I will say this. Some female fans out there are fucking crazy. And these are the ones who I think have serious mental issues. Like these Roman Reigns fanatics, these Roman Reigns fans. Like you go on Twitter and you see these people who live and die by Roman Reigns. They look up certain hashtags with Roman, with Reigns, Roman Reigns, with WWE, with Raw, with whatever pay-per-view Roman Reigns is on. They dwell on Twitter, and they look for hashtags, and they look for people bashing Roman Reigns, and they live for getting into verbal arguments with people who do not like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is handsome. Roman Reigns is the greatest wrestler on the face of the planet. These people will live and die by Roman Reigns. These people will jump in front of a train for Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns couldn't even know if they were alive, or doesn't even know that these people are alive and breathing. These people are fanatics. You know, these people on Twitter, these female fans who have Roman Reigns as their profile avatar, and then Roman Reigns in a fucking fucked up, psychotic looking collage as their Twitter header, and everything about their page is Roman Reigns. It's ridiculous. You know, those are the fans. Those are the female fans that have mental issues. The female fans that set up change.org petitions to get Braun Strowman fired off of Monday Night Raw, or fired from WWE, because he took part in a storyline with Roman Reigns where he destroyed Roman Reigns in a backstage segment. People were fucking calling for Braun Strowman's head. That night he threw Roman Reigns off the loading dock as he was strapped to a stretcher. Remember that night on Monday Night Raw? It was fabulous. It was absolutely fantastic. One of the most memorable things I've seen in a long time in WWE was that beatdown from Braun Strowman to Roman Reigns. People, after that show was over, started a change.org petition to get Braun Strowman fired from the WWE. And it was some 40-year-old looking old hag, some fat whale with glasses, who's probably not even a wrestling fan. All she does is drool and admire Roman Reigns. She envisions Roman Reigns when her husband reluctantly wants to have sex with her at the end of the night because, you know, she wants it, he doesn't want it. And when she's fucking riding him, she's thinking about Roman Reigns. Those are the people who have mental issues. And there was 4,000 signatures on this thing. There was 4,000 signatures on this thing to get Braun Strowman fired off of Monday Night Raw and from WWE. Now, those are the female wrestling fans that have mental issues. That's all I'm going to say about that. And each wrestler has a female fan just like that. Ambrose and Rollins, you know, even with the female wrestlers. Female fans go fucking crazy. It's like these people worship. They don't worship anything, you know, they don't worship any god. They worship a Sasha Banks, or they worship a Becky Lynch, you know. These people, they know these wrestlers' addresses, you know, and these wrestlers' hair color on any which day, you know, and they know the names of their pets, and they know the names of their, you know, future children. These are the people that Sasha Banks was talking about when she lands at whatever city she's coming into at the airport, and people are calling the airport asking for Sasha Banks, but they're addressing her, asking her when Mercedes is getting in. And this is the airport that gives away this information. Those are the fucking fucked up fans. The fucked up fans that are calling airports asking Sasha Banks' real name when Mercedes is getting in and when her flight is arriving. Those are the people that I think are the ones with mental issues. Now, I don't know who Ryback is talking about here. That's why we're going to go over it. But on Ryback's recent podcast, his new co-host, adult film star Phoenix Marie, Google Magic, I don't know who Phoenix Marie is. Someone down in the comments, let me know who Phoenix Marie is. I never heard of her before. Talked about not wanting, maybe he's fucking Phoenix Marie, I don't know. Phoenix Marie talked about not wanting to date people that are super fans of her industry. There you go. See, in all walks of life, you got those super fans who are just fucking creepy. Creepy. Now, I understand where she's coming from, because I see it. I see it. And people understand why she would not want to date a guy that is only with her because he watches her porn. Simple concept to grasp, right? Ryback apparently takes issues with dating women that are wrestling fans and seem to imply that they have mental issues. He said, "That's how I feel about a wrestler dating a girl that's a huge wrestling fan. that statement could have been worded a little bit differently. That statement that he said is fucked up. Because I've dated girls who are wrestling fans. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, that makes the relationship stronger. That makes the relationship stronger. Simple as that. That's my opinion on that. When you share a common interest, why not? You're a wrestler. Why don't you want to date somebody who loves wrestling? What type of guy that listens to podcasts or is a podcaster for wrestling doesn't want to meet somebody who enjoys wrestling with them? I want to share what I love with somebody else. That's what makes a great relationship. That's a fucking huge part of a great relationship right there. When you share common interests, you know? So he could have worded that a little bit differently. Now, I don't know if I would. Marie said that it would be like, oh my God, did you watch the match? And that's all they would want to talk about. Ryback continued, yeah, amongst other things, mental issues. I would just ... It would just be scary to me. So Phoenix Marie seemed to be taken aback by his mental issues comment and says that she has watched wrestling. It's not the first time that he's made controversial comments about women. Several weeks ago, he talked about women needing to play up their sexiness in matches. And then there was this post about something on Snapchat. I don't know what that was, but it is what it is. Ryback is an idiot about women needing to play up their sexiness. I mean, I could name whomever in WWE right now, and we as men can determine if they're sexy or not. They don't need to play up their sexiness. They're sexiness because they are who they are. Sasha Banks is sexy. Peyton Royce, Ember Moon. You know, some people came to me this week and said Ruby Riott is sexy with her new hairdo. To each his own. You know, that's not my style, but whatever. You find that attractive, you find that to be sexy, God bless you. You know, you got Becky Lynch. Some people come out and say, Charlotte is a attractive female. I am the queen of Smackdown Live, and I have 38 double D tits. You know? People find Charlotte attractive. I don't. But each individual who watches wrestling will determine whether someone is sexy or not. They don't need to play up their sexiness. We watch wrestling because we want to see wrestling. They're sexy because they're sexy. That's the way I interpret it. Now, needless to say, both men and women were offended by his comments. I'm not going to be offended by what this clown says. This clown can say whatever, and it's not going to affect me. People just like to, add fuel to the fire here. This is what he wants. This is what he wants. He wants the attention because his podcast is fucking garbage. Don't feed his bullshit. So we had someone on Twitter, at SmarkInfestedWaters. I honestly don't know where to start. How about, fuck you, Ryback? Way to make female fans feel even more unwelcome in this community. Kelsey, at IamKelsey91, fuck you, Ryback. At Franosaurus, you're the Donald Trump of wrestling. You just keep saying the stupidest things. Jessica, oh, I'm sorry. Her name is Jessica, but at Jess Berkowitz, Ryback is seriously the one who has mental issues, and there is a big reason he isn't in WWE anymore. Can't even wrestle safely. Paula on Twitter, you're an asshole, Ryback. Shiv, Ryback, despite being a female fan that's always supported you through your career, hey, your comments have disheartened many. Good luck. Dan Knightley, female wrestling fans have a mental illness, eh? Such a shame coming from a guy like you. Thomas Barron, so you got the men chiming in too. So, female wrestling fans have mental issues, huh? Brittany Carlin, why would anyone like him? He is jacked up, and he wasn't that good at wrestling anyways. Threw people around like rag dolls, and he is a pervert. Honey Ava, I 100% agree with you. He is also not a good person. I hate him a lot. He is so bad. Oh my God, my feelings are hurt. Pocket Nightmare, fuck you, Ryback. All the steroids you've taken have warped your brain. And then she goes on to tweet a dumpster fire gif to Ryback. Courtney, do any female wrestling fans actually want to date Ryback? So that's that. Ryback is an idiot. Ryback is an idiot. I'm not going to say all female wrestling fans have mental issues, but the ones that I went over here in this story, those are the ones that have mental issues. Those are the people that just take things way, way too far. You know, I do love that women love wrestling. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, but don't take it too seriously. Don't be that creeper, stalker, super fan that's gonna fucking go 5 days without a shower and follow these guys around in hopes to fucking hopefully date them one day. That's a little ridiculous. Because you see that all the time, you know? Like the woman, like I told you about, the woman who set up a Change.org to get Braun Strowman fired because he beat up Roman Reigns. That's mental issue. That's mental issue. That's not really a wrestling fan either because she can't decipher what's scripted and what's not. But that's a mental issue. That's the mental issue here. Wrestling fans, female wrestling fans, no. Ryback's a fucking idiot. He worded it all wrong and he made himself look like a complete dumbass. So that's my take on Ryback, implying that female wrestling fans have mental issues. Ryback's the one with the mental issues, and he's the one with the shitty podcast, because I don't know how anybody has employed him, whether he's on Podcast One or whatever. I don't know where the fuck he is operating out of, but nobody listens to Ryback for anything. This is what he wanted. He knows nobody cares about his podcast, and he just wants to generate a buzz around what he is doing, and he got people talking about him. His comments, and you suckers fell for it. This is exactly what he wants. Do not pay him any mind. That's all I'm going to say about that. And that is off the script this weekend, man. So much news. I hope I gave it to you in a good way. I hope I did good by you guys for this part 2. Unbelievable fucking day. I'm exhausted. Exhausted with all this news, man. But we'll be back. We'll be back with part 3 on Sunday morning. Tonight, if you guys are going to be in the New York City area, specifically Queens, NYC Arena, tickets are still available. HOGWrestling.net. Michael Elgin, unbreakable Michael Elgin in the main event, going for the House of Glory World Championship against the amazing Red, who is defending his title in his second title defense after one successful defense against Ricochet so far. Make sure you guys come out. Jay White's going to be there. Flip Gordon's going to be there. Gangone, Cashflow, Sonya Strong one-on-one with Mia Yim from the Mae Young Classic. Going to be a great night. I'm going to be there with Shapiro. I'm going to be doing commentary. I'm going to be drinking Guinness. I'm going to be having a good time. Make sure you guys come out. House of Glory, Glory of War. Tonight, 8 p.m. bell time. Don't miss it if you guys are in the Queens area. HOGWrestling.net for your ticket information and all their social media accounts. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 and hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your Get Off My TV designs. Code JD17 at checkout. And make sure you guys pick up that JD Club exclusive t-shirt on teespring.com. I'm JD. I'll be back on Sunday morning with more Off the Script. Until then, take care, have a great Saturday, and I'll see you guys tonight at House of Glory, Glory of War. I'll talk to you later.